Hey guys, Brandon Laser here. Today we're going to be looking at some deals that you can find on the internet and some not so great deals on sites that are like bid sites like eBay and kind of like community sites or sites that will have local deals like Craigslist. Okay, this is a deal that I found on eBay. Well, basically we're going to be looking at the good, the bad, and the ugly of the deals. And this deal is going to be a bad deal. So basically, the guy entices you with a picture of a huge box full of commons or cards, and he puts out a bunch of tempting commons, staples, and playable cards, and you basically get enticed by the picture. But if you read his description, the story kind of changes. So basically, his auction states that if you pay $10, you'll get basically all these cards. So he'll send you 100 commons, 10 silver rare letter words or cards, 2 ultra rare cards, 2 super rare cards, and a dual terminal rare. But if you really crunch the numbers, basically 100 commons at, let's say, a penny each would only be $1. 10 silver rares at 10 cents each would be another $1. And what ultra rares are you getting? And what super rares are you getting? And what dual terminal rare are you getting? So really, this is not that great of a deal. I mean, essentially, if you want to buy a bunch of bulk cards for $10, go right ahead. But I mean, what commons are you getting actually too? You could be getting 100 Blue Eyes, Legend of Blue Eyes commons. You could be getting, 100 of the same common from whatever. You could be getting 100 green Ojamas or whatever. So you kind of have to look at the details. So this is a bad deal. And you're gonna get 2 ultras, and you're gonna get 2 supers, and you're gonna get a dual terminal rare. But in the long run, that's not really worth $10 unless this guy is actually legit and he's gonna give you good cards for your money, which isn't normally the case. Next, we're gonna be looking at the ugly deal. Now, this deal is on Craigslist. This person is selling 18 ultras for $100, and if you take the time to look at the ultras, a lot of them are actually worth 50 cents to $1. Some of them are secret rares, and he has them priced out. I don't know where he's getting his prices. I would not spend, or 80 cents. I wouldn't even spend $1 on it. I wouldn't spend $20 on Slifer the Sky Dragon that I can't play. Stuff like that. Legendary collection. I would just go buy a legendary collection and get all the god cards. So I'm not sure where he's actually getting his prices from, but they're very inaccurate. And just in case you were worried about being misled by his text, he put up a picture of the collection in question. And it's exactly as he says, all the cards, and you can see that they are real and they are the rarities he says. But, on text and in picture, the story changes, and basically, you can see these cards, and you see a lot of them are really throwaway cards. The Sphinxes from the movie packs are unplayable. Red Eyes Metal Dragons, unplayable. I mean, when you have Red Eyes Darkness Metal as a common, why would you play this? The only reason you would ever play BLS Ritual is if you were going to play the fusion he has in the collection, and that's for fun, so that should be like $1 each. If that, 50 cents. So a lot of this, at best he can maybe get a couple dollars, a few dollars, but not $100. So this is kind of an ugly trade. I mean, he could just be misinformed on the price. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. He might be pricing at what he feels the cards are worth, but in reality they aren't worth very much. So this is kind of an ugly trade, and knowing how much things are worth will help you avoid something like this. Now the next title is very misleading. I actually read this and said, well, this possibly can't be a good deal until you actually see what the person is selling. I'm not going to put the pictures up because it's all a lot of separate pictures that would just take up a lot of time. But essentially, the deck list is going to reveal kind of where things are at in this deal. And this turns out to be a really good deal. One thing I like about Craigslist is you can actually see pictures of what people have, and they put up their phone number sometimes, or you can send them an email to kind of get into contact with them to send you pictures, and you can go meet and make sure what you're buying is a good deal. But here we see he has a deck list up, and basically he has 3 Scrap Beasts, 2 Scrap Chimera, 2 Scrap Goblins, 1 Scrap Golem, 1 Scrap Orthos. Oh, and here's where it gets good. 2 Effect Veiler Super Rares, 1 Grand Soil, 1 Gores, 2 Cyber Dragons, 1 Grand Mole, and 2 Mechalar Emperor Wisels. And now, okay, so basically the bottom, few cards, 7 to 8 cards, are pretty good. Just the effect village and Grand Soil alone are about $30 to $40. So next you go to the spell lineup, and it looks pretty good. 2 dualities, 2 super rare dualities, Pot of Everest super, 2 MSTs, Heavy Storm, 2 Forbidden Lances. It has some pretty good cards. What makes this pretty good is the dualities, and the Forbidden Lances are pretty good money cards. And then his trap lineup is pretty standard. But if you go to, he actually has an ultimate rare Scrap Dragon and a super rare Scrap Dragon. Just the Grand Soil and the Gores and the effect villagers, the dualities, the lances, and a couple of the other cards are $100, and the Scrap Dragons also. So it's actually a really good deal to buy the deck as a whole, because you're going to spend less altogether for a bunch of cards that are actually worth a lot of money, and you get some extra cards. So I wouldn't buy this. I would just buy what I needed. But if you were just into finding like a kind of a good deal and not spending too much money, but spending a decent amount for maybe a deck to play, then that wouldn't be too bad of a transaction to make, as long as it was legit. And one warning that I always give is to just make sure that what you're getting is actually what you're getting. So that deck is actually really good. At first I was kind of like, oh, this guy's ripping people off, but then I actually read the deck list and it was actually pretty good. So just these are some of the deals that you can find and would want to avoid on the internet. Of course, I always still recommend buying singles from trusted websites and trading with people that you trust and know. And basically that'll be the video. In the comment section below, let me know what you think about trades like this, experiences you had with auction sites and things like this. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button to see when I put out new videos, and thanks for watching.